What's up, Momentum? Today, I think I decided I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I think I'm gonna talk through my steps as I prepare this chart for the pre-market, so I can give y'all an idea of like what my thought process is when I'm looking at these charts and these gamma exposure levels. Again, I use trading volatility as you see here at the top. One of the things I like to do is go into my Google Drive and go ahead and just wrong Google Drive. This one. Go to my Google Drive, open up this page here, and this is what I kind of do. I do this every morning for myself. Sometimes, typically, it's not within the actual Google Drive. It's just with just myself, but just kind of remind myself of the levels and also share it with with you guys. I mean, I'm not 100% accurate all the time, but I mean, who is? So, I do typically get a really good idea of which way the market's going and how to kind of avoid some of the landmines that are coming around. So one of the things I kind of want to show y'all this morning as I'm working through this process is that one of the things I look at here is the gamma formation. The gamma formation is unclassified, so you don't really need to choose one. Another thing that I also want to show you is that we get the arrow here, and then as you look at this page here, that we see that the magnet for the magnet used to be 400 all the time. The magnet is now 410, and it's also 410 for the bears as well. So I mean, even if we were to get bearish or fall under 410, price action will start to kind of move in that direction. So that's why I'm going to kind of put this 410 as the magnet here. Another thing that I do want to point out is that when you see these big bars and you see these little small bars right here and here, they tend to act as resistance, and they tend to act. And so a lot of the price action for the day, it kind of shows that the price action for the day can fall in between 408 and 412. So that's something I like to pay attention to. If we get over this 412 right here, it puts us in a new range of price action, which takes us about 413 to about 420. So I'm going to highlight that here for you guys, just as explanation. So we have resistance here at 412, and we also have support here at 408. So I'll go ahead and write these down. I'm kind of doing this with impromptu. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible, so it's not like a 2 hour long video. So you have resistance support at 408, and then we have resistance here at I think 412. I mean, maybe 412.50, but I mean 412 is close enough. And then if we were to break out, if we were to break out in between these ranges, if we were to break out above 412, we could definitely end up. We could definitely end up. We could definitely end up much higher than that. So one thing I want to say, guys, is that when it comes to this price action, sometimes people, it's hard because all right, you're like, all right, I know the levels, and you want to jump the gun and get into levels before the price action happens. But I want to say is wait for the breakouts to happen. Like if we're saying 412 is where the breakout is going to happen, where you can get us all the way up into levels of maybe 413, maybe all the way up into 420, possible at some moment. There's some resistance here, but I mean, if we even get to 413 and get into an area where we test 415, I would say definitely wait for us to get into 413 before trying to play 413. You see what I'm saying? Don't try to position there if we haven't even gotten there yet. I know it's hard, it's tempting to do that because you want to like position trade and get into the trade before everybody else, and the options look cheap, so it looks like a good place to get into. But guess what? The options look cheap for a reason. The reason why the options are cheap is because of low probability. So typically, if we do get into that area, I mean, yeah, you might have been a winner. If you position there, you might have been a winner, yes. But over the long run, if you keep on trading like that, you're gonna mess up your account because those are low probability trades. Something else that I do want to share with you guys is that okay. So let's say we break down and get below 408. The new price range we can hit is another support down right here at 402.50. 402.50 should not be a surprise. 402.50 was also a big pivot level. So if we get down to like 407 and we hit 403, that would be our price range if we break under 408. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that for you guys right here. So I'm going to do 407, and then I'm going to do 403 could be the new price range if we break under 408. So 408. So under 408, under 408 can take us to uh, 407 to 403, which is something you might want to pay attention to. This one, I guess I should write above four. above 402, above 412. So above 412 can above 412. Okay. You take it into this price range. And so that's pretty much like what I'm looking at for the market. Another thing I do want to show, I'm not gonna mark it up though, but I do want to show you what the price action is looking like so far and the pre-market and the market structure. I'm going to take a screenshot this so I can share it with you all on the page. Just gonna take a look at what so it can be out there before the market opens. But what I do want to share with y'all today is that like currently right now that the market right now looks like it could possibly pin. It looks like it's gonna have trouble getting above 411 and 410. Now remember we said getting out of 412.50. So this is the big 412 we're talking about. If we get over this 412, we typically look to maybe go and test 415. There's no interest for zero DTE today above 415. There's no 420 calls, no action like that. But this is the early morning structure. It can definitely change, but you want to make sure and watch us to break over this 412 to make sure we get to see if we continue to maybe 415. Also, watch for a breakdown of 410 and a 409. And here's that 408 I'm talking about. Watch us to break that 408 so we can start getting to that new price range and possibly hit 407, 404, and see 403. So that's kind of like the thought process I'm in. I'm gonna continue to try to do these videos for y'all and have them uploaded and shared in the page. So that's what I have for y'all today as far as the market structure, and y'all have a good one.